on the TV show My Strange Addiction, and she practices this therapy of using bee stings to treat herself for her ailments. And she's, I think you're quite happy with what you're doing, right?
I'm fine.
Okay, great. We'll be right back after these messages with more of Margaret Walter. And now a word from our sponsors. If you find yourself in need of legal representation, it can be a very stressful time in your life. In my career, I have dealt with thousands of lawyers, I've dealt with thousands of law firms, and I can confidently recommend to you Keith M. Davidson at kmdlaw.com. Available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just log into kmdlaw.com. That's kmdlaw.com. Or you can call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. That's 833-4KMD-LAW. Personal injury, wrongful death, STDs, sexual assault, car accidents. They handle it all efficiently and professionally. It doesn't matter how imposing the opposition may be, because the team at kmdlaw.com are battle-tested and fierce. They will not stop until justice prevails. Go to kmdlaw.com or call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. If you're in for the fight of your life, stop screwing around and contact KMD Law.
Are you ready to change your life, but don't know how to start? Is your stress and worries keeping you awake at night? Have you been battling grief, anxiety, or depression all alone? Have you lost touch with your own sense of being or spirituality? Soul Free Therapies offers professional and affordable live video streaming counseling and coaching services from the comfort of your own home. Sessions offered in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. Go to our website at www.soul-free.com and book your first session today.
Hey, check out our brand new sponsor, Dynamic Solutions 2. That's the number 2. They offer a life-changing, dynamic financial solution. The finest in fast, professional, affordable credit repair. Is your credit in bad shape? Do you need a new car? Ready to buy a new house? You want to rent an apartment? Are you going to apply for a job? Any one of these activities, they're going to ask for a credit report and then check out your credit score. Let Dynamic Solutions 2 erase your negative credit remarks. They have affordable monthly prices. They accept Visa, MasterCard, PayPal options available. You go to www.dynamicsolutions, that's the number 2.com, or call 424-888-2820. 424-888-2820. Now, if you enter promo code ED or you mention Ed Opperman, you get a 10% discount. How's that? You get a free consultation, all negative items removed, get back in positive credit position. Dynamic Solutions 2, life-changing dynamic financial solutions. 424-888-2820. Tell them Ed Opperman sent you. You get a 10% discount. PureSoapFlakes.com, 218-568-2525. Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with Pure Soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives. Keep it clean, folks. Pure Soap Flake Company products are kind to living creatures and sensitive skin, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. They're going to send a little extra soap, travel size, soap bars and laundry soap, cleaning soap flakes. I've been using that stuff all day long today. Great stuff. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2525, 218-568-2525. Pure Soap Flake Company is a proud member of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetic Guild.
It's the Opperman Report. And now, here is investigator Ed Opperman.
Okay, welcome back to the Opperman Report. I'm your host, private investigator Ed Opperman. We're here today with Margaret Walter. Now, she was on a TV show called My Strange Addiction, and the topic of that show was that she was addicted to bee stings. But as you can tell, when we're talking to her, there's a lot more involved in all this. Now, Margaret, one of the things you were telling us was that about Einstein. There's this quote that's attributed to Einstein about the bees disappearing. What did you learn about that?
Oh, that was one of the first things that I looked up because, it sounded so, it was, everybody was doomsday and stuff at the time. And that quote was kind of front page about the bees because, the bees are dying. And so they were saying, Einstein said, well, if bees died, then we want to be 5 years behind. I'm like, that sounds kind of far-fetched. Did he really say that? So I looked it up, and I discovered that it was probably some propaganda spread by some Bavarian farmers markets and some local printing press. So, yeah.
And what do you think the purpose of them?
Goes back a long ways.
What do you think the purpose of them making that up? What was the reason behind that?
Oh, the market. The market. And, back in the olden days, people used to steal bees from each other.
Ah, okay. now when we were just during the commercial break, you were telling me, it says, hey, can you hear my bees? And you had some bees buzzing in the background. Why don't you tell the audience about how you let those bees in?
Oh, well, I have a little bee vacuum. It's just a little battery operated bee vacuum. Some people use them to catch spiders and let them go humanely and stuff like that.
Right.
I use them to gather my bees together. I've got about 8 of them in a little cage right here.
So what do you do? Like you put out some sugar water or some fruit or something, you wait for them to come over, then you vacuum them up?
This time of year, it's either that or find a lone dandelion that has attracted some bees.
Okay, gosh. Now, I got to tell you, man, I walk around, and I'm in Las Vegas, Henderson, I don't see bees out there when I'm walking around. There's a lot of bees where you are?
There didn't used to be, but there's 7 hives floating around there somewhere now.
Gotcha. And that's because you started breeding them, and they're nearby still.
Well, I didn't breed them. I gave them breakfast in bed for 7 years.
Gotcha.
That's what I did, and some of them appreciated it so much they flew away and climbed up in a tree and got a nest up there, and they can have it. They're wild and free, and that's what I wanted in the first place. I've got a local beehive, want to call it a supply place right up the street, Schoolhouse Beehives. And
what about these killer bees? You hear about they bred these killer bees?
Oh, thank you, Leonard Nimoy.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Leonard Nimoy and Rod Sterling both went to college here up in Yellow Springs, here in Ohio, and thank you, Leonard Nimoy, for the whole Africanized bees thing.
It's just like a historical...
They call them killer bees. They, didn't come from Africa. They bred them. They call them Africanized because some of the strains came from Africa.
Right.
But if you look back far enough, all bees came from Africa. Honeybees aren't even indigenous to the United States. Did you know that?
No, I know nothing
They're
about
an invasive species. They brought them over. The Pilgrims brought the daggone honeybees over.
Wait, did they bring them over by accident or on purpose?
No, they brought them over on purpose.
On purpose.
For agricultural purposes because they didn't know anything that would pollinate the vegetable seeds that they were bringing over.
Well, then how did the plants and flowers and stuff get pollinated here before we had bees?
We had native bees. We had.
Oh, okay.
You've seen Carter bees, mason bees, bumblebees, yellow jackets, all the regular species. I mean, even mosquitoes pollinate. Did you know that?
No, I know nothing about this kind of stuff. I was born in the Bronx, okay? What about that bumblebee tuna? What can you tell us about that? Is that a scam or what?
I know nothing.
The bumblebee tuna, you don't know anything about that? Okay. Now, another topic you wanted to cover, though, is some of the bad press, some of the bad cyber stalkers on YouTube that are kind of giving you a hard time.
Yeah. I couldn't have chosen 2 better words to, get yeah. Well, I figured it would help ratings, right?
Right.
Those 2 words, even if I, used them in a nicer context and stuff like that. But, when I went into work the day after that episode aired, they were like, 10 stings, huh? So it's like, I, read some of the reviews and stuff, and, they're like exploiting it to the max and saying, oh, she's killing all the bees. How dare, somebody ought to sting her on the and stuff like that. I mean, it was just awful. It's like, I can't describe some of it. It's pretty bad.
So,
hopefully some of it has been removed. But,
well, like in general, are you happy? Are you pleased with your portrayal that you've had in the news, or you think that everyone's tried to take advantage of you? and with their own agenda?
No, it's like beating around the bush with their own agendas and stuff like that. That's everybody's right. But I was just, trying to get the word out that, back then, that the bees need our help. I was trying to bring attention to the bees, but I think the bees are doing fine.
Okay.
The varroa mites are spreading disease, but the bees are doing fine.
Wait, what is spreading disease?
The varroa mites.
What's a varroa mite? What's that?
The Varroa destructor mite. It's a mite that spread from the domestication of the honeybees.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. So these.
Well, there's a natural way to treat that too, and some people use rutabaga leaves.
But you're saying
not rutabaga. What do they call it? Rhubarb. I'm sorry, rhubarb is the name of this.
But you're saying that these beehives attract these mites?
Well, they can travel from hive to hive through, the bees, like when they rob each other.
Now, the average person...
A strong hive will rob a weaker hive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gangs of bees, right?
It's a strange world.
Yeah.
I mean, that, what's his name, Saturday Night Live killer bee thing?
Yeah, I used to love that. Yeah, John Belushi.
All of that.
Yeah. Now, the average person, right, they're walking along, they come upon a beehive. Should they be concerned about getting stung? People are terrified.
Oh, no. If you see a swarm hanging there, it's usually scouting out a new place, and they're not interested in stinging at all. You should notify, dare I say, a pest control company, but they're your best bet.
If I'm walking along and a bee starts buzzing around my neck and stuff like that, should I panic and swat at it? What should I do?
That's funny. You should mention that.
Because everyone gets terrified.
No. This Shakespeare quote there, that when I see a preacher, I want to hear a preacher and have him talking like he's preaching like he's battling a swarm of bees. No, that's the last thing in the world you want to do. You don't ever want to swing and swat.
So if I'm walking along...
It makes them mad, and if, you bite them while they're in flight and stuff, that just makes them mad, and then they'll cling to your hair and crawl in your ears and up your nose and everything.
Oh, really?
That's the worst thing in the world is to get a daggone bee sting up in the sinus.
No, wait a second.
I've done that. It's not intentional. Not
intentional, but you've had bees crawl into your nose and crawl into your ear.
No, I've gotten lucky on the ear part.
Okay.
I've had them, get on the inside of my lip. I guess if you've ever, taken a sip of soda and didn't know that there was a bee inside.
Really? I tell
you. Some people.
Yeah, I tell you. Okay, so then if I do get stung, should I be concerned to go to the doctor and take a chance? What?
Well, if it's just one, depending, because it can be harmful if you get it in just the wrong place. Like there's, spots that you definitely don't want to get stung.
Like where?
And to be careful. Well, that's up the nose sinus one for one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because right. Cause...
If you don't get it out, and if you're not prepared, and if you don't know what to do, like out of the clear blue. But cover your nose.
Really? Because wait a second, the bees, they go for your nose. My audience is going to have a heart attack when they hear this. The bees will go. They specifically target the inside of your nose.
No, they will not specifically target it, but that is the last place you want them to go.
Okay, so that's the last place. Cover your nose.
Yeah.
Okay.
If your hair is long enough, just put that in the way. If you got any, cloth or anything, just cover your face and your eyes, because you don't want to get stung directly on the eyeball either.
Right.
Okay. Those are the two. That's first things that I asked when I went to the apitherapy conference.
Okay, so wait a second. Now let's just get this. We'll be serious.
Definite no-nos.
Now, if I come across some bees, I definitely want to make sure that my eyes and my nose are protected for bee stings. I should make an effort to protect that.
Well, yeah, just to keep it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's sometimes they might be looking for moisture. They might be looking for water.
Right. Okay.
If you have a place out in the yard that's attracting them, that might be it. If you have a hummingbird feeder or something like that, that might be it.
That's right. I recall now one time